This episode is made possible by listeners just like you. If you want to help fund future shows, please head over to x1bros.com/support. Hello, everyone.
I think we're still good. It's
And-
just, I think our just go on and do the intro.
Live. Hey, everyone. Welcome. We are X1 Bros.
Loud.
Yeah.
This is podcast number 39.
There's blood coming out of my ears. So
We're super hot. Super hot.
woo.
Podcast number 39. We are your positive gaming and Xbox One community. Welcome. Another great week. I think maybe I'm just too loud, guys.
Oh well.
Maybe, yeah.
There we go. How's that?
I wasn't going to say anything, but
I think that might be it.
Okay. There we go.
all right.
Is that
Yeah,
better?
sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right. As always, I am joined by the bros, the X1 Bros. First and foremost, he's not afraid to tell us what he thinks, and we love him for it. He's our opinion guy. It's Mr.
I'm
McSpicy,
the
Mark
opinion
Haywood.
guy. Am I being dubbed as the opinion guy?
You're the opinion guy.
Okay. Hopefully they are valid.
You
and-
have our opinion segment.
Are we going to do an opinion segment? Because I got thoughts, and I want people to hear them. So
Second, Ron Burgundy. Move over. He's not just our news guy. He's the ultimate news guy. It's Jordan the Man, Jordan Paskett.
Hey,
stay classy.
Stay
classy.
It's El Diablo for fighting chickens or something. Right?
Yes, 60% of the time.
Last but not least, I like amiibos, and I don't even have a Wii U. I'm
That's
X1.
true.
It's very true. If you are paying attention to his Twitter posts, he's going nuts.
I love those little guys.
They're cool. They are cool.
They're fun.
Love them to death. Anyways, newsletter came out yesterday. If you haven't, go and sign up for it. Positive Gamer of the Month. I know you all are wondering who it is. For those of you who aren't subscribed, it is Jordan.
The Hammer.
Check out my
Check
hammer.
out my
Check
hammer.
out my hammer.
AKA Dark Assassin. He is the man. He is this month's Positive Gamer of the Month. Interesting story. He met his wife playing Halo 3.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I
Yes.
had no idea.
Yes.
I told David, I said, I wonder if he's the guy that downloaded that Forge map that said, "Marry me."
Yeah. Isn't that a really
I'm
cool
gonna
story,
ask him if
though?
that was
Wow! Why wasn't
That's
that in the? Maybe that's a little personal. I don't know if that's.
It was
personal.
there. I thought I included it, but
No,
it didn't
you
show up in
didn't.
the final copy. I just thought it got X'd. Axed out.
Did I? Yeah, I didn't see it in there
Maybe I forgot.
because I'm
to
the one
copy
who
and
puts that.
paste
I'm the I'm also the finalization guy, not just the opinion guy, and I didn't see it in there. So.
Oh, yeah. He meant. So he said, and I quote, "The Xbox is not just a gaming machine. It gave me my family and my life."
Wow!
Right? Isn't that really cool? What
Yeah,
a good
cool.
story, right?
It was
He
awesome.
literally is the epitome of positive gaming,
Yeah.
right there. That is the best story ever.
I'm gonna clap. Nice,
Clap.
a nice.
I wish
golf
I had
clap.
an applause button there.
Hey, we should.
Yeah.
And we got to have a like canned laughter. So when I tell a bad joke,
Yeah.
it doesn't just go awkward silence.
That's
It was actually a really good newsletter. I read it today as soon as I got it.
Oh well, good. That's the point.
Yeah.
So
I'm really glad.
I read it.
Really glad you read
good.
that.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Anyway, so thank you, everyone. And if you haven't, go and congratulate Dark, a.k.a. check out my hammer. He's recently changed his name.
That's such a good.
That is a great name. You don't want to know a name
Hammer, there
I
he is
saw?
right there.
Yeah, he's in
Hammer.
chat right now. He's in chat. Speaking of funny names, you know how we sometimes talk about funny names?
Yeah.
I saw a good one. Wetsuit bulge. I was laughing.
Oh, that is hilarious. Now that's funny. Oh
Wetsuit
man,
Oh man, let's keep this clean, but that was a funny one I saw.
that is really funny. We also hit a Patreon milestone. I don't know if we announced this last week. I think we did, but thank you everyone. We hit our first milestone. Thank you for everyone who has donated and is helping us to grow the community. If you haven't, go over to x1bros.com/support, and just thank you everyone for supporting us. Period.
Thank you.
By listening and by being there.
I'm gonna
Golf
clap for that
clap.
one,
Yeah,
too.
golf clap.
I also got a question today. Are we doing a Game of the Year episode? The answer is yes. This is podcast number 39. It will be podcast 41. It will be the last
week.
podcast of this year.
I have mine lined up.
I have mine
I have
too.
lined up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
So-
wait, do I have to like? I have one.
for me
should we set
personally-
down
for me
ground rules?
personally-
How this will work?
Let-
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess
'cause
so.
I
right-
say
yeah.
we each do top 3.
Good,
No
that's what I was
categories.
thinking. Okay.
No categories. Top 3 Game of the
Nothing's
Year.
disqualified if you can play it on the Xbox One.
Threes is
well,
included.
the only qualification is it has to be this year.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
There's
but
only
I mean,
games
like,
that have been this
well,
year.
because
really.
i.e., let's say Master Chief Collection. Technically, it was released a while
Well,
ago.
no, you can. I think you can do that when it was released this year.
Yeah.
So-
But it's actually.
As long as
I
it
don't
came
know if
out-
you're going to talk about that in the news. I played SWAT.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
It's now a playlist.
I'm gonna.
Freaking awesome.
I'm gonna talk about the update in the news.
Okay,
so.
I'll let you.
Well,
Okay,
I'll
wait. Ground rules. So we pick our top 3 for our
Okay.
Game of the Year episode. The cumulative points. So it'll be like golf. So number 1, the least points win. Get it? So
Wait, what?
it'll go 1, 2, 3. You rank it. Your number 1 game, number 2 game, number 3
Okay.
game.
I think we should
And
go
we'll
3,
add
2,
those
1.
points up. No, that's too confusing.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
wait. Well, okay, what are we talking about?
We're talking about golf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now we're talking about golf. Welcome.
So wait, are we gonna go? Are we gonna go like, hey, my number 1 game for the year is
No.
this game. Hey, my number 2 game is
yeah,
this game.
and that equals 1 point. Number 2
points.
equals 2 points. Number 3 equals 3
3
points.
Okay, so
and the one. This
your
is like
numbers-
internal stuff
okay,
too.
hold on,
People don't
hold
need to
on.
know
Behind the
those.
scenes
your
look
number.
right here,
so
baby.
the number 3 game is technically the number 1 game, is what you're saying.
No, the number 1 game
Because
is number
have you
1.
ever played golf
Oh,
before?
okay,
Golf.
gotcha.
Lowest
Yeah,
score
okay.
wins.
Well, okay, but why couldn't we just say
This
number
is-
1 wins?
This is Game
because
of
that
the
would have
Year
made more
golf.
sense to me.
Well, see, I could
No,
have a
because-
number 1 game,
because
but
it could
and
be
you could
different
choose a
than
different
yours.
number 1 game.
Oh, and
And
I
then-
get it, and then
so
we
the
add them all
overall,
together. Okay,
yes.
I see what you mean.
Well done.
Welcome.
He figured it out.
Welcome
He's
to the
here,
show.
everyone. He's here.
Okay, I get it now.
There we go.
Anyways,
I-
so to make a long story short, we will have a Game of the Year podcast. It'll be podcast number 41.
And I've been pondering the past couple weeks,
Ooh.
nightly
Nightly?
and daily.
Wow.
Daily and nightly.
Oh my goodness. And there's the news. Jordan, what do you got for news today?
Over to Jordan.
Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but this week was an awesome week.
I noticed.
Okay, it was an awesome week. Starting,
besides the fact that Xbox had a good week, but there was a new expansion for Hearthstone.
yeah,
that
there's
was
a lot of
released,
good stuff. It's a good
which
gaming week.
is fun.
Anyway, the
I
first
already
awesome
threw down $70 on that game, so keep going. Sorry, I'm sorry.
The first awesome part of the week is the show. The Showtime app is now available on. Oh, sorry. Showtime Anytime app is now
Yes.
available on Xbox One consoles.
Yes. Now I can watch the word L. Missed that
Or
show.
Shameless.
Or Shameless.
Or Dexter.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dexter's HBO, I thought.
No, I think it was Showtime.
I think it's
Is it
Showtime.
Showtime?
I think
No.
Showtime picked it up.
I remember
Oh,
browsing
I do love
Target,
Dexter.
and I feel like I saw a Showtime.
I do love me some Dexter.
I think it's. I'm pretty sure.
Except
I'm
for I have
95%.
Netflix for Dexter, though.
Oh well, yeah, but
Yeah.
the new stuff. Is there new stuff?
I think the series is
I think
over.
it's over.
Is the
Maybe not.
series
Yeah,
over?
I think
We have no idea here.
we're hip. I'm only on season 2, so I wouldn't know.
All right.
But with that, it's like
Wait,
any.
you watch
It's like
Dexter?
anything else. You have to have a basically a cable subscription
Yeah,
to
I can't
Showtime.
wait.
Well, yeah,
HBO
it's
is
like,
soon
you know,
going to
Netflix
switch that.
and, yeah.
HBO's the first one. They're going to switch that so we can just subscribe to HBO.
Yeah. So
Go.
So that'll
it's,
be nice.
It's like it's you still have to have the subscription to Showtime with your
Yeah.
cable subscription or satellite or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Prediction by the end of next year. That's
a lot
not,
of yeah.
that's
It's
not
gonna
nec-
be. There's gonna
that's
be.
not a
It's gonna be
necessity
like
anymore.
Next year?
Netflix.
By
You're
the
calling
end
it
of
next
next
year?
Calling it. Call my shot. Bank.
Should
It's
I
off
make
the backboard.
Should I make that a shirt too?
Off
So
the-
it's like in written. Like,
Yes, make that a shirt. It will be. No cable required. Or something. I don't know.
required for Showtime, David. 2014.
All right. Other good news: Twitch got a huge update. They added customization. One of the cool features I liked, and Major Nelson goes over the thing. They have like
I watched it.
Yes, like a smart search, if you will. Right? You can pick your game. You can let's use Call of Duty for example, because that's what they used. When you search for games, you can go, okay, I want to search for Call of Duty, and then I want to search for people with like pro gamers. So let's do a high kill to death ratio, right?
Mhm.
And then you can search for specific topics
Yeah,
in
pretty
that
cool.
video, right?
Cool. Way
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Another huge announcement is VODs. on Twitch now. You can watch.
You can watch VODs. That's
past
so
broadcasts.
awesome.
The screenshot is actually of the past broadcast right there.
It's
beautiful.
too bad that all the VODs now will have no audio because Twitch now blocks that.
But at least you can visually watch them. Yeah. So, but anyway, Twitch has a huge update, which is good because Twitch needed a huge update.
Yes, it
always
It
does.
was poorly.
I dream about that every day and night too. About Twitch updates.
Dream or ponder?
Oh, ponder.
Ponder.
Well, I guess dream too.
But
I don't know.
also,
I'm a dreamer.
This is not a new feature, but Major Nelson posted this because I guess they added this a few months ago. This is not anything new.
Yeah, and I've tried to do this,
But-
and I haven't been able to.
Oh, really?
figure
Yeah,
it out,
but people don't know about it, so I figured I'd mention it in the news. If you don't know, you can share your game clips directly to Twitter, and it's a super simple process. After you go to Upload Studio and upload your clip,
Yeah.
you go to your activity feed or wherever your clip is, and you hit the share button, which is the circle with the 3 dots on it.
Yeah.
And then there's 4 options. There's activity feed, showcase. I don't know the third option, and then Twitter. But Twitter is one of the options.
Tweet.
And you can tweet it. Your video clip.
Very
so.
simple too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Did you do it with your Assassin's
I
Creed
did.
videos?
I did. Yeah, I did.
So yeah, it's super
It was
easy
really
to
easy.
do. Yeah. So, but like you said, I've been having problem uploading mine to like my activity feeds lately too as well. But anyway, but you guys can do that. Nothing new, but apparently a lot of people didn't know about that. Okay, so probably one of the bigger stories of the week: Xbox for the first time. Well, first Xbox One for the first time in this generation of consoles has been the top-selling console for the month of November in the United States
Good job.
and in the UK.
Yeah,
Good job.
We knew that. I think we knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
they've
So-
really been strong.
Which I think is
They've
awesome
been
'cause
upping their game for a
it
while.
gets more.
Yes, they
it's
have.
more consoles out there, so more community for us to play with. And Sony's going to react. I mean, Sony's stupid if they don't react. They're going to react in some way. So
And
the PlayStation's
either
going to get better. It's just going to continue.
It's the competition, like
think-
I always say.
I don't
The
think-
seesaw effect.
I want to make a prediction. I don't think this generation is going to be like last generation's. I think it's going to like last generation's 360
There was
was
a
on
clear
top
winner.
for 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Or what, 6, so whatever. They were on top
well,
for
how
the
long
majority
did it,
of the generation,
Well, I think
right?
how long did it take for Sony to lower their price?
A while. I think this year, I think maybe this time next year, Sony will be back on top. I think it's going to go back and forth.
I do think they'll be
more
faster
this
at
year.
adjusting.
Yeah.
Because
A lot more this
last
year.
console, it took a couple years for them to lower their price.
Yeah.
And look at Microsoft immediately. I mean, we're a year out,
Yeah.
and they're
The first holiday,
boom, competitive
the first,
in pricing.
second holiday season we're in, and they're already,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and offering bundles. But the reason there is because of their bundles, and they had, of course, they had Halo launch, which
Which I thought
Which
was a
probably
console seller, but I think a
helped
lot
them
of
a lot.
I think it had issues, but yeah.
And Call of Duty, and I know Call of Duty is cross-platform, but it is heavily marketed on Xbox
Correct.
One, and
yeah,
it's
and
very,
it always has been.
it's
They've always
they've
always done stuff.
It's
with
very
them.
Xbox.
I mean, when
ish.
I remember watching YouTube videos of programmers all the time,
Yeah.
and they were always on an
Yeah,
Xbox.
I mean it sells well across PC and PlayStation as well, but it is marketed and heavily geared towards
yeah.
Xbox.
That said, that
Um,
was the 360, but it's
Both same.
feels
I mean, they're
similar
very
here,
yeah.
too, yeah.
So anyway, but I do think it's going to be more of a teeter-totter this generation, whereas last generation it was. Very
which is good
heavily-
for us gamers.
Yeah, yeah, because now Sony's going to
Brilliant.
react and do something cool, and you know, Sony's actually got a good lineup coming next year that I'm excited for. But anyway, back to Xbox. The Vice President Mike Nichols came out with a statement, and I will read it for you guys. So he says, "I'm going to zoom in."
Okay, thank
He
you
didn't
for
say
doing
that.
that. Now I can see it.
Okay, but he says, quoting, "We are committed to making Xbox the best play."
Oh, I didn't know your computer was touchscreen.
Ow!
I pointed at an ad. I pointed at an ad on the screen for David's. Oh my gosh. Okay, say it again.
Okay.
I ruined that.
Quote, "We are committed to making Xbox the best place to play with this year's best games, the best community of gamers to play with, and terrific value. We are amazed at the excitement Xbox fans have shown to start off this holiday. November set a new record for sales of Xbox One, and Xbox One was the best-selling console in the US and the UK. Response to the holiday lineup of games was incredible, with Xbox One fans buying more games in November in the US than any other Gen 8 platform and enjoying over 357 million hours of gameplay globally. In fact,
Nice.
more fans logged into Xbox Live across Xbox One and Xbox 360 and enjoyed more entertainment than in any other month in history of Xbox."
Historic times, my friend. We live in
And
historic
you notice
times.
how it says Xbox, so that's overall
Yeah, that's
the
everything.
past,
Yeah.
10 years, right? We love to see the excitement from our fans and are grateful for their passion to support and contributions to the Xbox community. End quote.
Cool.
So,
Beautiful.
good month for Xbox.
All right.
Next story. With Xbox, talking about sales, Call of Duty and Destiny topped the sales. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Destiny
Except
were the
in
number
Europe,
one.
where I'm sure it's FIFA.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, this is
probably true.
So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Destiny were the number 1 and number 2 games respectively to sell through at U.S. retail based. This is according to data from the NPD report of last month.
Cool.
So through November. So, and then Activision is they just came out and said we're excited that fans have responded to franchises like Call of Duty, Destiny, and Skylanders is their other big game that they do. And they also mention Activision Blizzard also had a good month as well with the launch of Warcraft and your new expansion.
Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Goblins versus Gnomes.
Hearthstone actually has 20 million registered users.
20 million?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's
registered users. That's not
so
active.
I don't know how many active, but registered.
You got to
users-
figure though. Let's say half.
Oh yeah,
That's still 10 million.
So speaking of that,
That's World of
this will
Warcraft
be
numbers.
quick because this is not an Xbox story. But when that launched, it was like 11 a.m. that day. It was Monday. So many people bought card packs at the same time that it crashed. Not their Hearthstone, like it crashed everything really, but it was their money taking service, whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, the Blizzard shop.
They're
Yeah,
like credit transactions.
and it was down forever. It's like there was too much money trying to go through that doorway to them.
Blizzard they're a dominant
That
gaming company.
was so I could not even. I mean, I threw down $70 right there, but I couldn't buy it.
We always hear a lot of news and press on Ubisoft and
Activision
EA.
or
No, EA. They're
EA?
they're
Okay.
always kind of your front foot. But Activision, man, they're a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Not because I keep forgetting that they are partnered, or do they own Blizzard now? They're partnered. Owned,
Activision,
whatever.
yeah, they have
Activision Blizzard is the name. Right?
Yeah.
So, well,
Anyways, yeah.
But
so
they're a heavy hitter.
They're boom. 20
So.
million people spending money. So wow.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Interesting.
Which, by the way, I wish developers would figure out a solution somehow. I wish they would have a solution somehow of like, let us pay money and download the game this hour and then this hour and this hour. Somehow do that. So
it doesn't crash.
yeah. I don't know, but yeah. Anyways, keep going on the stories.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, another interesting story going back to Call of Duty. Call of Duty retail sales have fallen for the third straight year. Even though they're heavy, they're still successful and they compete with the current games that come out at their time.
Yeah.
According again to the NPD, their sales have declined for the third straight year. So interesting. I thought that was interesting. But then
Even
still
though
being a
they
big
break
seller.
records when
Yeah,
they
I mean,
release.
yeah, but yeah. All right, so back into other gaming news. We got Evil Within first DLC coming out. It's due in early 2015, and it's titled The Assignment. And DICE has also come out and promises more Battlefield 4 DLC packs. They haven't said specifically what they'll be, but they have hinted at they will listen to the fans and maybe bring back some of the classic maps.
Oh, cool.
So-
My favorite one that has never been brought back yet, the golf course.
I completely agree with you. That was a great map.
The golf course. They bring that back, and I don't care if the rest of the game sucks.
That was
I'm buying
hilarious.
that game.
Yeah.
I'm buying that game.
Yeah. Hilarious and very fun.
Oh, so fun. The golf course and the farm. They did bring back the farm, though, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they brought back the farm.
Just
yeah.
not the golf course. The
So-
golf course. I don't know why. Everyone loves the golf course. Bring it
Yeah.
back.
I like the golf course.
Bring
I got
it
an
back,
achievement
DICE,
for, like,
bring it
shooting
back.
down the
I
trees
remember
on
I
the-
remember us running around. I was the engineer just drilling on the golf cart, and everyone were just driving around, and we were unstoppable.
Yeah, we were monsters, man.
That
was
more
a good time.
more DLC. The first Sunset Overdrive story DLC comes out pretty blah 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 blah.
Okay, start
Sorry.
over.
Got completely. Anyway, the first Sunset DLC is announced. It's called The Mystery of Moil Rig.
Okie dokie.
Mooil.
Mystery of Moil Rig. I don't know. I think you said it right.
Moil Rig.
Moil Rig.
Yeah, anyway.
Cool.
Anyway,
Sammy
it sees
Swanson?
your
Swanson?
yeah, Swanson.
Samsonite.
You would
I was
start it
way
with
off.
The first DLC sees your character following a distress signal to an oil rig off the coast of Sunset City. According to Larry Herb, the DLC includes new weapons, new traps, amps, and Chaos Squad objectives. Also, there's a new movement option called Water Dive. Allows the players to submerge for a short time because you're on an oil rig, so you're going to be spending a lot more time in the water. So, Sunset Overdrive.
When you're
really
in the water,
game.
Are you going to have the movement that you do?
Oh,
I feel like that would take away
yeah.
the
Well,
game.
I did I actually uploaded a boss fight to my showcase where when you're grinding, you can jump and kind of
like
power
skip
slide.
across
Yeah,
the water.
power slide grind.
Well,
on
I guess
the water
they did
for a
have
few
that. Remember
seconds.
Remember that boss where you're on the rail that's in the water?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the part. Yeah.
Oh, that's the one that we did?
It's one that you can kind of.
But not on the water.
Yeah,
you're
on
not
the
in the water. You're on the rail that's
Yeah,
in the
but
water.
if you jump into the water and tap A right before you hit the water, you'll grind on the water. You won't grind
That's
forever
cool.
on the water, but it gives you that little
I
grind
actually
on the
didn't
water.
know
and
that.
you can
Oh,
jump-
that's
yeah.
cool.
So, and they're adding, this other what I just call it, water dive and stuff. So
Because you can't tell, Sunset is one of the games on my Christmas catch-up list.
Oh.
I got 2 weeks off paid
There-
vacation.
yeah. Is it up there?
It's not up there yet. In fact, that's a new list. I've got to
You got to update that
That's an
list.
old
update that
list.
list. That list doesn't even count now.
No. But
Okay.
next, EA Sports
Okay.
has announced that UFC is going to be on EA Access next week, and it's going to be in the vault.
Yeah, I saw this, and I was so excited because I wanted the game. I've almost purchased that game a couple times.
I know that you.
But thankfully, I'm an EA Access member. Here it comes.
So the mixed martial
Time
arts
to get my game on.
will
Is that
enter the Xbox One streaming service, The Vault.
This is the
Yes.
one me and Jordan
Next
went head to head on, right?
Yeah, it was
I
so
was getting
funny.
so mad.
man.
Yeah.
That's so funny. If
That's
you
on
guys haven't
YouTube.
seen it,
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
That's a couch cast where we couch cast the UFC game.
Forever ago, like
it is awesome.
6 months ago,
That's
5
a-
months ago.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, it's only like a minute long, but me and Jordan were going head to head.
Yeah, it's
and
a good
it was
one.
our first time playing. It's a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Speaking of that, EA Access, pretty legit.
Mhm.
I mean, it's legit games on there.
Yeah, I mean, I had it for a month. It was cool,
I still have it.
but yeah,
I still have it.
I mean,
I do too.
I'll swing by.
You
I'll play
swing by,
some.
swing by sometime.
Hey,
I
so
will.
Assassin's Creed Unity, the 4th patch arrives on Monday. The 4th patch, it's a major bug-killing patch. It'll launch across all platforms Monday. Ubisoft announced this.
Oh.
Just so you know, they announced it. So it's
Do we
probably
know
true.
what's in that patch? I mean, have they fixed most of their problems? We
It's
haven't
just
really
a-
talked
it's-
about
it's-
Assassin's
it's
Creed, or
a-
none of us have
it's
played
a-
it since.
It's a major bug
Yeah.
patch. So
A
bug
major
killer
bug,
patch.
another
Bug-
major bug. I gotta
bug
tell
killer.
you, I don't know if I mentioned this because there was an uproar on that game being released unfinished.
Uh-huh.
The bugs were kind of funny. It made me laugh, and I'm all about having a good time
So
in a game.
you saw it as added entertainment.
It was fun. It was like you couldn't take the game seriously sometimes. So I was like, "Oh, that's hilarious! I'm recording that and showing everyone."
But it's the French Revolution. You have to take that serious.
I know.
People are getting their heads chopped
I
off.
know.
Well, some
For
of those-
serious gamers, I
Some
can
of
see
those
your
bugs, though, were. How did you miss? I mean, I don't know the exact ins and outs of a gaming development cycle, but I do know they have a testing team, right, and a bug team, right. When you have that one bug, I think this is just me.
Though falling
now,
through the floor?
But yeah, when you jump down and fell through the floor, that should have been caught.
I was laughing.
Way,
My guy was like running in air
then you're-
forever. Yeah,
and you like look up and you can see the map.
I wish when you record the 30 seconds, on the Kinect, that it records you what you're saying because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
laughing. I was lolling a lot. so,
lolling.
yeah.
All right, hey, Destiny, the first expansion, The Dark Below, is out now. The Dark Below adds new story missions, a new
Yeah.
strike, a new raid, new
You
Crucible
both have
maps,
played it. How has it been? How's it been?
and new weapons and armor.
Or we could say that for discussion, but
Yeah, discussion. I think it's
Overall,
interesting.
I really enjoyed it.
Enjoyed
okay.
it as well.
Yeah. It's like it's like an ex-crack addict taking another shot. Like finding a needle and just going for it.
All right.
That's how I feel. Like, and I wasn't even into it I mean, I was into it, but not as much as
it
other
was- it
people,
was a lot of fun,
and it has
so.
sucked me back in.
But I've been watching people play the raid, and the raid looks good.
Yeah, I just went cold turkey. I haven't gone back.
You just rehab for you.
I
man.
know. That's
So,
the way to go, man.
Speaking of Destiny, the Iron Banner returns to Destiny on December 16th.
Oh.
And
In fact, sorry, go ahead.
Zur
is
it's
there.
It's our job to interrupt him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Zur.
Zur is there. I got to go buy some stuff from him.
Oh, I gotta buy for one strange coin to complete that one quest.
Yeah.
For so
Me too. So I'm waiting
I
for
have
it.
a strange coin, so
Is it warm and does it vibrate in your hand?
it does.
Good.
So does mine.
So Iron Banner comes out December 12th. Also, Destiny Progress will carry over to sequel. Bungie says this directly. So Bungie came out and talked about, quote, "It's been no secret that we have a 10-year plan for this expansion and the evolution of this franchise, and it is something we are always dreaming about," end quote. The community manager said this. He also went on to talk about how in future, and this confirmed my theory, in future sequels, your character progression will transfer over. And
cool.
the idea behind it is, and I think this is a good idea, as stupid as this sounds, this really does work for me. The longer you play a character, the more connection you have with that character.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? You're
I
like,
mean,
oh,
that's
that's my level 30. I want
that's
to take
the point.
him. You know
if they're going in the direction that they're going, I could not. I can't see them doing anything else.
Well, and we
You're
talked
keeping
about
it
this
separate.
a lot of times, and I've told you, Dale. I don't know if I told you, Mark, but I think they're going to go in the way of how like World of Warcraft does it type thing. And I know I compare this to World of Warcraft a lot, even though they're different games. But how World of Warcraft comes out, like you level all the way to 50, and then an expansion comes out, and you take that existing character and level him more. You know what I mean? And I think that's the direction they're going to go.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, we can save that for discussion because there's a lot of. Anyway.
Yeah, I like that. No,
So Destiny continues to have the 10-year plan, and Destiny Progress will carry over to sequels, which is awesome, and I hope they go in that route that I thought they would go in. The Witcher 3 has been delayed to May 19th, 2015. CD Projekt came out and said, quote, there are many details that we need to be corrected, end quote.
There are many books in the library.
Yeah. But anyway, basically what that means to me... Have you never seen that?
What's that from?
It's
from
Regan.
Brian
Regan,
yeah.
in Cuba,
He's like, what kind of Spanish do we learn? What you says? There are many books in the library.
He was like, I grew up in Cuba, and when I went down to the dock and talked to the Cubans, they never were talking about, there are many
My
books.
canary is yellow.
The tractor is red.
I've never
and
seen
what's
that.
funny is that's really what you learn in Spanish.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Anyway, sorry.
Oh man, we have derailed this a lot.
I just thought that went along with that. There are many books in the library.
There are many
I
books in
appreciate
the
that,
library.
though.
So, well, what that means to basically that quote means to me is, hey, there's we want to polish it more, basically, right?
Yeah.
Need more time to polish. Tomb Raider prequel series revealed by Teen Wolf actor. Let me tell you about this.
Teen Wolf? Is this Michael J. Fox?
No. Yeah, let me tell you.
There's
about
a
this.
new Teen Wolf.
So,
there is?
Yeah.
to prepare fans.
Where am I? Why have I not seen that?
Is it the CW? It's CW.
Yeah, CW.
I don't know if it is.
Oh, I think it is
but
CW.
is it?
It's one of
Yeah.
their heavy hitters along with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why I haven't seen it yet.
But anyway, to prepare fans for the 2015 launch of Rise of the Tomb Raider, developer Crystal Dynamics is plotting a live-action series focused on famed adventurer Lara Croft. And this is according to actor Stephen Lunsford. So, take that as you will, right? According to him, he says this, right? Mm-hmm. That's all we know from there. But speaking of Tomb Raider, Microsoft came out and confirms Rise of the Tomb Raider publishing plans. I mean, we kind of already knew that from E3, but they did confirm it, so that does confirm that it will be exclusive for the Xbox One title. But it is important to mention that is a timed exclusive, so other gamers, across the world will get it. It'll be kind of like a Street Fighter for the PS4, like we were talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a full exclusive, isn't it?
I think it is. I'm not sure.
Never mind. So just completely ignore what I just said.
What a horrible example.
It'll basically be like the Destiny DLC. Like PS4 gets it a
year
mission.
for a full year.
Yeah, and then we get it later. So it's going to be that type of thing, just with Tomb Raider. So.
That is cool. But back to The Witcher. You're gonna for sure purchase The Witcher, right?
Oh, I definitely.
Yeah,
based on what you've seen.
That's right up my alley.
So you've been excited for it. You like the delay?
Yes, I saw that in chat. Rock Show, he says it hurt him.
And I can understand if you were really waiting
excited.
for that.
I am always for a developer delaying games if it makes it playable on release.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at Master Chief Collection.
What was the scheduled date of release? January for that? What was the scheduled date?
I thought it was
Witcher?
February, but
February. Okay,
I could be
and
completely
so it's being
wrong.
delayed more. Yeah, that's far enough out, though. I think that people. I mean, if it was next month, I think that would hurt people more. But
well, and like a game I like. I already mentioned Master Chief. When it comes out and it's broken, it's an absolute shame because the game has so much potential. Yeah, it's got momentum.
Yeah.
And after a month of, like Assassin's Creed Unity, I probably won't ever play that again because I only rented it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I only rented it, and it was broken, and I had a good time because holy cow, that was funny stuff. This guy's running in the middle of nowhere, flying in the air, But if the momentum a game could have if it's good. I fully support a developer delaying it because I think that far surpass. If you can make a good game, that makes me happy.
Yeah.
And
especially The Witcher is an open world. It's supposed to be huge, open world.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited to see how
and
this
so I'm
works,
sure
yeah.
they're looking at what has happened with Assassin's Creed, with Halo,
Yeah.
and saying, with Watch Dogs, and saying, let's make sure everything
that is incredibly
good.
responsible
Yeah,
to do that.
I appreciate that a ton.
So, yeah, it's a shame, but
in the end, it's better. We get a better product.
we do.
Yeah.
And it makes it,
And The Witcher's a solid game. Remember, you had number 2, the enhanced
I
edition
did.
when it came out on 360. It's a really fun game.
It is way.
I just
fun.
like how you have two
Oh,
swords.
and you can woo people in that game.
You can.
Oh,
explicitly.
very.
I'm going to woo their brains out.
I
you are.
did. I did.
And then
underground.
a dwarf, yeah. And then above
Underground.
ground,
In water.
yeah. And then above ground, a dwarf was like, "Do you hear that?"
I showed John that.
hilarious.
I was like,
Oh, dear. Oh, my gosh.
Good game.
that is a good game. That is a good
Tris,
story
I
game
believe
because
her
it comes
name.
from a novel. It's based on a novel, a Norwegian novel.
Cool. A Norwegian novel.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why I added a chuckle in that sentence, but that's awesome.
I hope we
all
don't
right.
have any Norwegian
I know.
listeners out there.
That was not. Yeah, that was
we
just,
love you.
I was surprised. So.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, 343 did come out with another matchmaking patch. This patch was released 4 days after the previous patch. This patch focuses on matchmaking, parties, custom games, achievements, stability, and then also a lot of other stuff. I won't read the full patch notes, but you can go to not Bungie. They don't have it anymore. Halo Waypoint, website, and read the full patch notes.
Can I just tell you, because I was excited. I saw SWAT was released.
Yeah.
Went in, grabbed SWAT. 15 seconds.
Yeah,
had a game pulled up.
They're doing a good job. Now,
It's
guys,
working.
I didn't put this.
It is working.
I didn't put this in the news because I don't know how true this is, but I heard this.
So this is the rumor zone.
This is, I heard this. I don't know how true it is, but I heard they outsourced their matchmaking system.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what did you say? I was distracted.
They outsourced their matchmaking system.
Oh, okay.
So, and that might be why they had a lot of issues. I don't know. Right? That's just what I
we're
heard
not
this
pointing
week.
fingers, but
So,
good.
let's not do that next year when Halo 5 releases, right? But anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, yes, and I've played this week too. It is working a lot better.
It's awesome.
Each patch has progressively made it a lot better.
And I did notice a little bit of there wasn't rubber banding, but I did notice. This is why I don't like kill cams, because I played Halo 4 in SWAT. They have a Halo 4 version and a Halo 2 version. Mm-hmm. I hate kill cams because if I died, I died. Oh, shoot. Kill cams show me how much lag was involved in that kill, and it frustrates me.
There shouldn't be that much lag because it's all dedicated servers.
The guy was
right?
shooting over there, my head was over here, and I died.
Oh, but okay, here's my thing, though. I actually read this as well. Kill cams are not accurate to actual gameplay. I read a whole article about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That makes me feel better because it's not actual gameplay.
Well, it's not. So, like, for example, because it's so, like Call of Duty, for example, it's so twitchy and fast. Someone will twitch and turn and shoot you because they're good, but the kill cam will register it. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
You know
well,
but
it still frustrates me when I'm like, I'm over there.
Once again,
how did he shoot me over there?
That was a unreliable, source article from the internet. So take it as you will. But I did hear.
No,
that.
the internet's always right.
Okay, well then,
I mean,
take it as you will, right? So, anyway, Gina Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut
wow, franchise
now available on the Xbox One. Destiny expansion also came out this week. We already touched on that earlier. And a game I'm excited for, David, you should buy this. Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris is now available on Xbox One. And I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I think I did, but I'll mention it again. Season 1 of Game of Thrones is also available. I think we did talk about that, but it is available. I've seen advertisements for it everywhere.
It is available. I've yet to get that because I don't know when I would play it at this point. It's not very long, though. Those games are never very long.
No. Well, it's just Chapter 1, I think.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I have one more thing in the news that actually Tokyo is really excited about. It was just announced.
Can I say it? I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Okay, let's see.
Because there's one other news story I accidentally deleted on my way over here because it was a complete accident.
Okay.
We're going to get more news in January.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Okay. This was actually going to be the first news story. Sorry.
This is big for
Thank
McSpicy.
you for reminding me. Yeah.
McSpicy will love
Pay
this.
attention.
In January, we're going to get more news about the Windows 10 update for Xbox One.
Yeah, Phil Spencer is speaking.
For Xbox One?
Yeah,
yeah,
Phil
because they have
Spencer is
DirectX 10.
speaking.
Yeah.
A lot of people are thinking, I mean, their goal is one OS, one language for all their systems. So they're thinking cross-platform gaming, PC, Xbox. There's a lot of excitement. Apps for sure are going to be is their goal. Yeah. But a lot of people are hopeful about games.
I don't like the one. This is going to be. Do you want me to get into this?
Yes, because I can help you ease your pain because I watched the Microsoft press conference.
Okay, I haven't seen that. I do not like.
I can help ease your pain.
Thank you. Yes. I have a problem with one OS. I'm okay with OSs talking to each other, and very, very much related, such as the mobile Apple and computer Apple. You know, they're different, but they can talk to each other very well.
And that's more what it is. It's going to be all DirectX 12.
Because once you go Windows 8 on me and put my phone on my huge computer screen and Skype is as big as, I do not like my phone on my computer. I like the multi, and you can do that now, but it's so stupid. Make two separate.
That's essentially what they're doing. I'm trying to find a screenshot of it. So I was watching the Microsoft media briefing on Windows 10. First of all, they can't make jokes, but let's.
No, I know.
Yeah. We were gonna call it because they were talking about like we were gonna call it Windows. They skipped anyway. The reason they called it Windows 10 is because they're like we want one OS system. We were gonna call it Windows 1, but we already had that, and it flashed back to like the first. And they're stupid. But anyways, it wasn't funny. But what they showed
laughter.
Yeah.
What they did is they showed Windows 10 across all devices, and it's very similar, but it's specific to each device.
They're
it's
talking
one
about
OS,
it as
but it's specifically
as basically Microsoft admitting they made a mistake with Metro.
So, like for example,
on the PC. So it's what you said. It will be similar languages, but very different.
Yeah, but so like for example, they use one example on the Microsoft Surface. He says you unplug it to a tab, so like because it has that attachable keyboard. He goes, "Let me show you." So he unplugs the keyboard from it, and he clicks tablet mode, and it switches to Windows 10 tablet, and it's like a tablet. And then he plugs it back in, and switches to like a PC desktop mode, and it switches to the Windows 10 desktop. You know what I mean? So it's one OS, but it's specific to each device.
But I think the big deal for us as gamers is it's going to open up more games for the Xbox One in the respect that developers building for the PC.
It's easier.
It'll make it that much easier.
It's not so much of a port as it's the same language.
Isn't that why original Xbox and Xbox 360 was such a success? Because I mean,
it was easier.
It was named after DirectX.
Yeah,
right?
it was. From what I understand, it was easier for developers to code.
Yeah, because it was just
because they knew the language.
Yeah.
That's from what I understand too.
And Tokyo, he's been using Windows 10 at work for a month now and loves it.
Oh wow, Tokyo.
How does it run? I could talk to him later about this. When I went with my work PC, which is it's a valuable tool for me to make money to play video games. I need that PC. When I went to Windows 8 on that thing, it did not like it and spit out some hard drives, basically. Shoot them up and spit them out. So I want to know how it works with some SSDs, Tokyo. I'll talk to you later about it.
But anyway, to ease your pain, when I was watching the media briefing, they made it look like and show like it's going to be kind of like one OS, but it's going to be specific to each device.
Okay, I sure hope.
Anyway, that's what I got from the media
my
briefing.
Computer no longer is my phone, which is not. I upgraded to Windows 7 after that.
Oh.
I was like, screw this thing. I'm done. I'm going to downgrade.
Anyway, I think it looks cool, Windows 10. But, that's just me. Anyway, we'll get more information on that in January, which is going to be exciting for us.
January.
It's
and
my birthday.
Our main man, Phil Spencer, he will be speaking. And we love that guy.
Dude, when he speaks...
The world listens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a T-shirt for you. Anyway, that's it with the news.
All right.
Saving the day. And your wallet.
And deals that you can get this week on the Xbox One. Deals with Gold is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, 66% off. Peggle 2 is 60% off. Worms Battlegrounds is 33% off. Those are all pretty good deals. As far as in-store, Best Buy is still running the buy two, get one free on anything PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I was thinking of, what is that other console there? PC.
What is that other console?
And Wii. Actually, is Wii included? I think Wii is included there.
Wii's a good
but
console.
don't quote me on that for anybody out there that plays the Wii. Not 100% sure.
I did, those this probably isn't a good deal. I don't know. But those XOs headsets? I was just at Target not too long ago, and they are on sale right now.
The XO1's yours?
XO1's mine.
Oh, what are they on sale for?
Just $10 off, but I mean...
Oh, so 69?
Yeah.
That's still
You got
better.
a steal of a
Man,
deal.
you got a really good deal. I'm
I
jealous.
know. That was the last one there, too.
Taking a ride on the J train.
Yes.
Taking a ride on
Yes.
the J
So that's
train.
on sale at Target right now. I just noticed that when I was looking for Star Wars posters. So
Yeah, nice. Amazon
I had to browse through the Xbox section.
Amazon is having their flash sales, so pay attention to that until Christmas. Also, if you sign up for the Microsoft Store newsletter, they do their 14 days of Christmas. I think it's actually 12 days of Christmas. Duh, like the song.
That makes more sense.
Yes, and each day
Nice.
it's a legit deal. And they throw in there was an Xbox 360 bundle there 2 days ago for $129 with games. That's a really good deal. But then today it was the Jawbone mini speaker, normally $179, $69.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, last year my speaker right there. That's how I got that bad boy. So
That's adorable.
yeah. So anyways, they don't let you see too far in advance, just the day before, so you can look at it the night before, run to your Microsoft Store, pick it up. But I would imagine they're going to have gaming. They already had an Xbox 360. I'd imagine they're going to have some Xbox One sales on there as well. So
Cool.
So definitely keep your eye out on that.
That's enough, the both of you.
Ouch!
Keep your eye.
Keep your eye out on that.
Keep your eyes out.
Keep your eye on that.
Keep
Those
wow.
deals.
Is that the phrase?
I don't know, but I say it.
I think you're right. Oh my gosh, I have two eyes.
Maybe it
Why
just-
can't I put both of them on there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, do I have to go cross-eyed?
Yeah. This is a segment where we talk about what we've been playing. Let's start with Mr. McSpicy down at the end. How was your week?
It was a good week. I had to pull back a little bit on the Dragon Age. I still played it a lot, but I have to do work too. You know. So
I have to live a life.
I have to make money to play those games.
That's true.
And anyways, Monday I played a lot of Hearthstone when it was available, and Tuesday as well.
I still haven't picked up my free packs
Yeah,
there yet.
you get. I know this is an Xbox, but you get free 3 packs for signing in within the next. I think for the next couple days.
Got 'em.
You got them. My first
Got
one I
nothing.
opened. My first pack I opened, I got a legendary.
Oh, nice.
So freaking
A
awesome.
legendary that you use?
Yes,
Oh,
it's awesome.
even better.
It's an awesome one. But outside of that, Dragon Age still. Do you know what I love about that game? I did not. You watched all the the previews, the trailers for this game. I did not. So you knew about the lesbian, obviously, when you spoiled me last week. You knew about all that stuff. I didn't know. I did not know. As you play the game, you can judge and determine people's
That's
fates.
why it's
Yeah,
Inquisition.
that was like their main selling
Yeah,
point.
that's why it's Inquisition.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I when I hear about
Off
a
with
game,
his head.
Yeah.
He's fine.
so cool.
Yeah.
I'm like that now. I'm like,
Yeah.
cut his head off. And then they show a whole cinematic where they're like, the crowd's there and they're like, shoot. I'm like, yeah, he was a jerk.
That's it. Kill him.
Yeah. Anyways, that's see. I didn't pay attention to that stuff because I wanted to experience the game raw, and I didn't. That's funny. I'm just.
Yeah,
I
that
just
was their
pointed
main
out-
selling point.
I just
Hence
pointed
the
out my ignorance.
What do you think Inquisition means?
I still-
I think their tagline was like "lead them or fall."
But
Like,
I
if you're
didn't
lead-
know I
you
was going to sit on a chair and say, you're dead and you're not, and you're dead and you're not. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I can't wait till I get to that point.
any trailer. Really.
It's cool.
I think I'll be ruthless.
But see, like, any trailer, yeah, but I still... It took me, 20 hours of gameplay to figure out what the heck the Inquisition was and why it was being formed.
Do you remember the game Tropico?
Yeah.
I played that game,
Is it
and I
Tropico?
love that game
I think it
because
has
you were a
Tropico 3.
dictator in that game. So I can't wait to get to this point in
Yeah,
Dragon Age.
it's cool because you play these stories, you do these quests, and you know those characters pretty well that you're cutting their heads off. So, anyways, yeah. So I played that. I played some Halo. I love SWAT, and the matchmaking's working, and so the game for me, anyways, at this point, people should go ahead and hop on that. I did not buy the Destiny DLC yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Are you going to?
Probably not.
You can. Well, see, here's the thing about it: is if you don't get it now, you can get it later with all the DLC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but-
and then do it all at once. Or
Yeah, this is.
it's not a forever not purchase for you, though, right?
Here's the deal with me and my personal habits of gaming. I like to experience the snot out of a game, and then I'm done. You know, Destiny was that game. You saw how many.
Oh, yeah,
I
tons.
was
Hundreds.
OCD, and then I'm like done. I don't want to grind this anymore. Let's go on to another game. And that's how I felt. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't buy the season pass.
My Showtime prediction is also my McSpicy prediction. You'll be back.
Okay. We'll see. But it's got to take a lot to get me into it, and I just, that's just not my style. I finish a game and I'm done.
I will say for myself.
What about Dragon Age DLC?
I don't think so because
you'll just be done.
Because I'll be done by the time that comes out. I'm done with the game.
Yeah.
Even though it's a digital purchase,
I don't know if Dragon Age is gonna have DLC. I'm just using that as an example.
It probably will. I mean,
I think the other ones did. Yeah.
Because it's a good game.
Myself, I really like the changes they've made in Destiny.
So tell me some of the changes.
Just how you get your equipment, the drops.
Well, you notice okay, guys, I've been playing this game since launch night. Really, like minute one. You all were there. I got my first exotic this week.
I saw
ever.
you.
Yeah, I tweeted it. Yeah, I didn't just get because people were like, "Oh yeah, man, how you liking Destiny?" Like thinking I just got. No, I've had this game for a long time.
How you like?
Literally, I just got my first one.
Let me explain that a little bit. So Jordan tweeted out, "I finally got an exotic bounty! Yay!" People were responding to him saying, "Oh, you got the game? That's awesome!"
Yeah, no.
He had been playing the entire time and didn't get anything.
Literally just got it. Yeah.
It does seem like you get better drops because even me, whereas before when I was trying to catch up to you guys, remember, and I was doing the loot cave and farming, and it seemed like all of a sudden now I'm getting better drops.
You went up 2 levels in an hour.
2 levels in a night.
2 light levels, yeah.
Yeah. Or in an hour and a half or however long you played.
For me, I played Destiny this week. Just there we go. Throw that out there. But for me, the story was good. I loved this new character. I'm excited to get to raid mode to do the raid with her. This new character destroys, in my opinion, the robot. And I like the robot. I wasn't one of the ones that was critical.
She's just interesting.
She is more interesting.
Driven... I don't know.
The storyline? Like the robot that's like talking to herself and then disappears?
Yeah. So the questing or missions is still the same basic thing. You talk to her, you go to your planet, you do your thing. But throughout the mission, she's talking to you.
And she's telling her story.
I think it's the fact that the story is super interesting. Crota, it's very interesting, and that's what makes it better. It's interesting.
She is. Do
you remember that
fantastic.
one? Do you guys remember the part in the middle of the game where you're like,
something
holy crap,
actually happened?
What's going to happen?
Yeah, and you're like, you start to get excited.
That's this whole expansion, the story missions. You're like, wow, this is really, you're really getting into like.
This is the thing. I've said this before. This is the thing about that game. They took one game and then spread it out for 10 years. So all those lore things kind of.
Well, I think what
thinned out.
I think what happened is what we were talking about. 3 or 4 weeks ago is Activision's marketing style is DLC.
Yeah, but
that's what they do. Like, so for example,
this first game was not a 10-year game. The entire series is a 10-year plan.
Game. Okay, but I mean,
the first one was still
concept still remains. They took one game and then they spread that single game out with the DLC.
It is, and that is the theory that's out there because it did feel even people who played the beta game said that the story stuff that they played was missing from the original game.
And
they think that and then he got in trouble.
Gameplay is very fun, and I like Destiny, and I love Destiny as a game. It just felt thin, and I think that's
story-wise it was very thin.
I think it's,
and that's why I think this one is so refreshing because all of a sudden it's this chunk of meat.
Okay,
gotcha.
But I think,
granted, it's short. It is short. We did it in one night,
missions.
but it's still.
But you still have a bunch of side missions too. Well, not a bunch, but you have.
Let's see, and that $20 for one night.
No, but I mean, you're getting 3 missions, a raid, 2 new light levels, new gear, new weapons, new multiplayer maps.
Yeah.
It's worth $20 in my opinion. Yeah, considering what you're getting.
But I was
right.
I was impressed, and let me tell you this: it has gotten me back into that game. Is probably going to be my main game over Christmas break.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Dragon Age?
Over Dragon Age, just because I want to get up to the raid. It's gotten me back in that mode. Like, I think the changes they made with how you get weapons now I think it's way better. I do.
Well, and what they did
that sways me because I know you.
Yeah,
I know you. I may pull the
what
trigger
they did
now.
is it's possible to get to raid ready without doing Vault of Glass anymore, so you don't have to grind.
It is?
Yeah, you can hit light level 30
Well, 'cause-
without doing Vault of Glass. I think you can probably hit light level 31.
But you could
with all the
you could
new gear.
before. I mean,
You
I
couldn't
was
hit
level.
30
I got to
without.
28.
Yeah,
You could
but
get to 29 without raid gear.
I think you can probably get to, because all the new gear you buy from the Vanguard is light level 33.
Really.
Yeah.
So you
Whereas
don't need
Vault
raid
of
gear
Glass-
at all to max out.
No, you do.
What's the max then?
The max is 32.
How do you get to 33 then? You just said 33.
No, I said light level gear is 30. Is
Oh, the
light
number.
plus 33. Yeah. Whereas before it was plus 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Brain just worked.
Because to hit light level 30, you needed 120 light, and that was 30.
Yeah, Dark says, yep, 31 through Vanguard.
Yeah, see, 31 through Vanguard, and then 32. Yeah, 32 is max.
But that's how exactly it was before, because it was 29.
You didn't get to 29 though, did you?
If I was to max it
Oh,
out,
kept
I would
playing,
have.
so-
you can get to 29 and then 30 max.
I'm just glad I don't have to farm Vault of
I do
Glass.
enjoy. Oh, one other thing that I felt was a lot different, and I talked about this with Jordan. The way they're throwing the enemies at you, I just think that they've improved that mechanic. No, it wasn't bad before. I mean, their gameplay mechanics excellent always, but now it seems like it's much more frantic. Especially it's the Hive. I mean, but it's much more frantic, and it's more guys, and it's more. I don't want to use the word challenging because I feel like it's just as difficult as it's always been.
Yeah.
It's just better.
It's just
I think
intense.
they're reacting. It makes the firefights much more intense.
fun.
Well,
Yeah.
the level you can tell in the 3 missions that you do is they really. It seems like they're good. It seems like
Yeah.
they sat down
The-
and said, "Hey, look, like."
And the bad guys, they're setting up for the raid. In this, the witch that screams, and then the
Oh,
freaking-
so she wasn't in the raid. She's in the dungeon
oh, okay.
because I did the strike mission. Sorry.
Excellent bosses. I mean, very well
that was
done
when they
bosses.
played the classical music.
MBJs all over the place.
That was the classical
Oh,
music.
wow.
Yeah,
That was the classical
yeah.
music.
While you're fighting her, there's
You're
this
playing
classical
classical
music going on,
music in the
and
background.
it's so
And you're
cool.
like,
And she
"Whoa!"
screams, and it's like avoid her scream.
You have to avoid a scream?
Well, no, but
Well,
she says silence her screen. She
Yeah.
is really.
Oh, silence her scream. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh.
But she is
Avoid
so
her scream.
cool.
Like,
and
is this
there's
a
classical.
relationship?
Yeah. But it's good.
I
Anyways,
feel
I'm
like
really
it's
impressed.
more. This may sound stupid, but I feel like it makes the character feel more involved because what they do, like, and this is probably going to sound stupid, but bear with me. Like, for example, in the main campaign, I don't ever remember this happening. There's one part where you walk up to a console and you look down and the screen is flashing all these things.
Uh-huh.
There's another part where you walk up to a door and it slowly opens. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I think little stuff like that makes you feel like you're more involved.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and that
It
is how
more
the
play-
fighting.
You know what I
That's how
mean?
the fighting made me feel. With the way the bad guys move,
Yeah.
it's like it felt more real, if that makes sense. It's really hard to describe, but I'm super impressed with it. Super impressed. It's so much so that I think that's gonna be my main game over this Christmas to catch up
I
on.
might pull the trigger now then.
Yeah, just because
It's fun.
it wets your palate again, and you're like, oh baby.
I'm excited to get in with Dark and Toast and Shebrew and Emma and all them and do the raid. The raid this time around, I've been watching it on Twitch. It looks good.
Well, the other raid was fun too.
No, yeah, the other raid was
it was
fun,
hard,
too,
but you
but-
just got started. At a point, you started yelling at each
Yeah.
other.
I just got sick of fighting the Vex, so I think it's refreshing to fight the Hive. You know what I
Marauder
mean?
in chat has a good point. I just wish they had some sort of matchmaking. I think
Yeah.
it'll be. Of course, you can always get your friends together and do it.
Yeah.
With a real group, but it would just be fun for people to try it.
Yeah.
That don't
Well,
have a group.
If they could do, me and Dark have talked about this before, and I don't want to compare it to World of Warcraft, but I
we do every week,
We
so
do
let's
every
go
week.
ahead.
you do.
So,
I mean, and you say that every time.
I know, but so like World of Warcrafting has 3 difficulties of raid. They have LFR, which is looking for raid, and that's basically the matchmaking for the raids, and it's the easiest difficulty, right? And then they have a normal difficulty and a heroic difficulty,
And it rewards
and the
you.
two higher, and it rewards you with higher gear. Yeah, well, not in this. Never mind. But
Okay,
it rewards you with
scratch
higher
that.
gear, but
Matchmaking.
yeah, but the matchmaking one is the lowest and easiest difficulty. I think they can do something like that.
Yeah,
in
that-
Destiny.
I
they
like-
can do
I
a
like that.
matchmaking and go, okay, matchmaking's the normal mode. You'll get this
X,
set
Y,
of
and
gear.
Z.
Yeah,
Yeah.
X, Y, and
But
Z.
then through matchmaking, you
But-
can say, hey guys, why don't we get together and
Yeah.
do the top ones?
But
Yeah.
like you can make normal mode matchmaking, but hard mode not matchmaking, and hard mode gives you the best gear in the game.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good way to do that.
That should be. I agree too. Yeah,
But
we're all
also-
in agreement.
we're-
Marauder
also-
in chat. Well done.
Also,
Well
guys, we got to remember. I try to remember this. This is a foundation game. I feel
It really
you know
is.
what I mean, this
Well-
is this is a new IP, and what we're saying may sound sounds great and easy, but I'm sure it's on the back end. It's pretty hard to
Balance this,
code
make
and
sure
net,
everything's
all the
working
net
well
code
together.
stuff,
Yeah.
or matchmaking. But I think Destiny. I know you're saying like they took one game and spread it across 10 years. I think this is just a foundation for it's like Titanfall, setting a good foundation, bringing on the sequels later.
Yeah.
But can I say one thing?
Yes, you can.
I would like to say one thing. This has been a big thing for me lately.
Huge.
With all games.
Ginormous.
So all the stuff you get in Destiny, it is worth the $20. I completely believe that. Worth the $20
for the DLC.
Yeah, but like you said, DLC. Don't call it an expansion pack. It's
not.
Yeah,
the Dark Below expansion.
Expansion 1.
It's
I
not.
don't like.
If it's an expansion, it should be a whole new world.
Yeah, a lot of games are doing this, and this is not.
Blizzard doesn't. Blizzard came out with Naxxramas, like for Hearthstone, and that was DLC, and then they came out with an expansion.
Yes,
which was
actual.
Well, an expansion is a whole new game.
Yes,
basically.
That's what I'm That's what I'm saying, and a lot of games are doing. And this is not just Xbox. This is Xbox, Steam. This is just games across that they're coming out with like, oh yeah, we're having an expansion coming out, a character skin. What? To me, I know
three new guns.
I know an expansion means expanding the game, and yes, like a character does expand the game. But in my mind, an expansion set is a Heart of the Swarm, a Warlords of Draenor type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A Goblins versus Gnomes. It's a full-on, completely new game.
It changes.
So
it changes the whole game.
All I'm saying
overall.
Is the DLC worth $20? Yes, completely it is with what you get.
Is it an expansion?
That is what it is. DLC.
Not an expansion.
I feel they should.
We are all in agreement on that point.
I was thinking about that last week. I should have put that in my pet peeves.
Way to throw down some knowledge.
Write a letter.
Way to throw.
I know it's really stupid, but I'm just saying.
No,
make it very
language
formal.
Matters. Language matters.
I'll sign it.
I'll sign it too.
Sincerely.
So, I also played Destiny this week.
Oh.
Along with a few other games.
What are the other games?
I play Madden again, and I have to say, for those of you who are trying to, Madden Ultimate Team Tournament happened in January/February. Haven't set down a date yet, but make sure you're building up your team because it matters in this game. If you buy the cards, you won't have a great team.
Okay, then I'll have to play.
Well, I mean, you can buy the cards and have an okay team, and what you can do is sell the cards, and that's a good way. But the best players are done through collecting sets, and granted, you can buy them, but those players go for millions.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
You
know what I'm going to do is, because there's so many games I want to play that are coming out across all the platforms, I'm just going to plan a day, maybe towards New Year's, and just power through my Ultimate Team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can grind it
just
out.
Try and get up
the
there,
fastest way that I have found, Shebrew, he goes through Road to the Playoffs, cashes in his coins. I'm keeping my coins now because I find that it's more valuable for me to put them towards sets, and then I turn around and sell those sets that I get because they don't fit into my game style. But I could get like a 92 Calvin Johnson, for instance. You know what a 92 Calvin Johnson sells for? Holy crap. I'm cha-ching.
A lot of eBay coins.
A lot of Madden money. A lot of Madden money. But I'm thinking about buying a coin pack too. I mean, that game is that good. I'm like, I might drop another $50.
I was
to buy a pack.
It's
like it. I'm telling you, McSpicy, Shebrew and I were talking about you actually.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you would love it. It's Hearthstone.
Really?
Chest and sports, all combined.
Really?
It is so. It's like, so good.
I threw the ball. Why didn't you catch it?
No, it's so good. You just
I was looking at the Pro Packs. Isn't it like $12 to get like a 24 pack or something like that?
No. So it's
because it wasn't $20 to get a 24
for
pack.
those for the big bundles.
Yeah, the Pro Packs, like the 24 Pro Pack.
Yeah, but I would get the Ultimate Madden one, and it's $44. I think for that, and that's with my EA Access.
Ouch.
So it's $50, but you get the % off with EA Access.
They're making a lot of money.
Yeah, they are. And so many people buy those, but it's so good. It's like and then your sets are just collections. So I'm like, but you're rewarded. So you can sell. Say you get this rare card, you can sell it, or you can add it to your collection. Which you can never sell it, and if you get all the say it's a warehouse set of 9 gold elite players.
It's like keeping that toy in the container in your closet.
Exactly.
And then until you get the whole set, then it becomes awesome.
When you get the whole set, you're rewarded with this super awesome card. And so it's so...
Wow.
The carrot stick...
That's like...
It is so good.
That's like RPG football.
It is so good. It blows my mind. So anyways, work up. Do the road to the playoffs. Shebrew gave me that advice. I've been doing that. Works really well. But also, I've been collecting sets. The bronze coaches set is really good because you get a 3-pack of badges, which you can turn around and sell, or keep them and put them towards other sets, which then enable you to get better cards. So, loving it. That's all I played this week.
Nice.
What'd you play beside Destiny?
I played a lot of games this week. Not all of them Xbox.
Crew?
I
Did you
jumped
jump in
around.
the Crew?
Yeah, I did. It's actually fun. If they could take the
the driving of Horizon.
Yeah, if they could take the driving of Horizon, and the multiplayer of Crew, I think you'd.
I've been doing lots of reading on the Crew, and it's getting 5s and 6s everywhere.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Not out of 5.
Not out of 5. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm getting that
5s
right
and
now.
6s, and one guy
is it
that
'cause of the
that I
driving?
really trust, Elder Geek Gamer, who I really trust his reviews. He's usually pretty fair.
I like him. He's good.
He has the best quote. His is that the world is amazing, the maps are amazing, but in the end, it's just a boring driving game. Like they just don't do a good job for whatever reason.
So
I could see that.
Was the campaign? Is the campaign decent?
Well, I'm only like 30 minutes in because
that's how far as I got in the beta,
But-
and I don't even know if that was the beta. The beta story was.
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. I don't know if it's like a campaign, but it does push you in it like
Yeah, I
a
would be
tutorial
curious.
kind of way. You know, it does push you towards.
The more you play it, I'm curious if you agree with that assessment, and I have it too, so I could play it. But
well, I got it because I wanted to.
because Horizon,
I
I'm
know a
super
lot of
impressed
people
with
were saying
Horizon,
because I posted it on Twitter or Twitter, and I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, hold on, this and that," but I wanted to get it because I just wanted to kind of experience what it's like, and I like the multiplayer. I basically agree with Elder Geek. The multiplayer is really good. If you could take the multiplayer and the intensity of the map, and then Forza's driving,
Yeah, because I felt
you could have
Horizon
a solid game.
was better.
Because I'm coming off Forza for my past few racing games, the driving felt weird.
really.
Yeah,
I thought so too.
Really?
In the
just
beta.
weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and no one says that it's that's just it. They did everything really right. I mean, all of these things, the super huge game, the super huge world, lots of stuff to do, but it just was boring.
Although
I mean, it's really
I
the
did get
overall
kind of
thought
mad
I'm
because
getting
I was
at it.
trying to drive somewhere and I was like, "Are you kidding me? Get there." You know what I'm saying? There's, I think there's a limit. You know what I mean? But it was.
Are
No,
you kidding me?
it's funny.
Let's just get there.
Just autopilot that like in
Yeah.
Warcraft.
New York,
Yeah.
New York to
Have the
L.A.
taxi.
Yeah,
New
have
York
it
to
like
L.A. Oh,
I know you're
Just click follow that guy.
right click follow. But I also played a lot of other games that weren't on Xbox, but it was a really good gaming week for me.
yeah. Christmas is coming up. We're putting together our catch-up list.
Oh, I played Halo like usual.
Ah, good.
Played a little bit of
It's
Magic.
working today. It's working.
Played a little bit of Magic the Gathering on Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
And I also
I have
played a
that game
little
as
bit
well.
tonight at the old F&M since we started a little later tonight.
Oh yeah,
So
since you never invite me, you freaking
you
jerk.
were at a thingy and
What,
you were
what about me?
doing
You
your
never.
Yeah.
You were-
I'm only like
you were
our
busy, too.
relationship is just video games.
But you
You
guys
don't
were
do
busy.
card games with me ever.
In-person stuff, we don't exist.
Well,
Yeah.
you were at
This
a
is the only
thing.
in-person thing we do.
What was
together.
I at? When was this?
Weren't
Tonight.
you purchasing stuff?
Weren't you at a meeting tonight, though?
Yeah.
You were at a meeting.
I
tonight.
was at a meeting.
So I went to the
But you
old,
didn't even try. That's the thing.
It's the thought that counts, Jordan.
We don't know your schedule. I will.
Hey.
I'm irresponsible.
Every time you
Guys.
do this, it hurts me.
Do you have decks ready to go?
I do, sitting right in there, and I believe.
But you
the
can't
last
use that
time,
anymore.
The last time we
So
played,
see,
my
even if I
deck
took
rocked
you-
your deck.
Even if I took
Jordan.
you couldn't use that.
I
Why
have.
not?
Because it's current. You have to have the current stuff. 'Cause
I
it's a
have
tournament.
gone to
It's a
the
fully
extent
tournament.
of leaving all my hero clicks at this house for
But
you.
you'd have to buy a whole new deck too.
No. But Hero Clicks. We're talking Hero Clicks too.
Now I know
But
we're
and
talking.
and we know
everything.
you go and play Hero Clicks without us as well.
FNM stands for Friday Night Magic. So
I
if
know.
they don't
I'm
do
just
Hero Clicks-
saying. Just I'm
I don't
irresponsible.
even need to
I will
play.
drop
I
everything.
just want to go check it out.
Oh, okay.
I've never been on the scene.
I will
man.
drop
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I will drop it all.
I like to go, and since we were starting a little later, I decided to go tonight. So
Nice, very nice. Well,
Real
lost,
cool.
but
that
had fun.
tangent brings us to our discussion
That's okay.
segment where we like to hypothesize
Theorize
Intellectualize.
and discuss.
things.
I like how we just—that's our thing now. After
It just happened.
2 months
It
of
just happened.
yeah,
Just happened.
it just happened over the course of 2 months.
Can I say
Just.
something? This is my favorite segment because I feel I can rant about what I like and don't like.
I know. I
And
can say stuff
everybody
that'll
ex-
trigger. I can just say
everybody
like one
accepts
word.
me.
Ubisoft.
I
Yeah.
can even do a symbol on the keyboard and you will go nuts.
Sometimes, do you want to hear a funny story?
Money sign.
Sometimes I think about asking chat like, "Hey, what do you guys think it is, Ubisoft or Ubisoft?" And then I realize that wouldn't help.
Because they type
Because they
it.
type it.
Well,
So
they
they'd be
could,
like,
like,
oh,
be
it'd
like,
be Ubisoft.
Hugh.
And then I was like, oh.
Like Hugh Hefner.
So we
Ubisoft.
Okay.
First question, actually our only question this
Anyway,
week. We
that's
had a
what-
bunch,
that's through my mind.
but due to certain things, I wasn't able to get to all of them. We'll get to most of the questions next week. Ian Matthew O'Connor, love the name. Gamer tag Mad Irishman 60.
Ooh.
So everybody, go friend
Mad
him,
Irishman
check him
60.
out. Mad Irishman 60. He says, I have a question for you. He says, I know some of you own both consoles, but why do you prefer the Xbox One over the PS4? For the record, these two own the Wii U and the Xbox One. This guy, Jordan the
A
Man,
few short weeks here.
in a few weeks will
I
have...
almost bought it last week. I almost bought a
Oh,
PlayStation 4 last
really?
week. The deals were good.
Here,
Yeah,
guys, I'll
they
count
were.
the weeks for you, actually.
So Jordan
1, 2, 3.
will be getting a PlayStation
In exactly
4.
4 weeks, I will be buying a PlayStation
This is what
4.
he wants to know though. He says, I know I shouldn't be concerned about resolution and horsepower as much as I am, but I want my investment to last.
Okay.
He says, so far
Fair
I enjoy it, but I wonder if I'm missing out on some PS4 exclusives like No Man's Sky. He wants to hear our thoughts on that. Should he get both? He has the Xbox One. Is he missing out on exclusives? Why? I think maybe since none of us have it, why, Jordan, are you getting it? What is your big selling point for the PlayStation 4?
For PlayStation 4?
As an Xbox One owner.
Well, here, let me just explain the whole.
And
got
why,
to.
and
Let
why
me-
did
okay,
you
let
get
me
an,
explain.
and why do
So,
we enjoy the Xbox
let's
One?
start-
I gotta say, because this could be a sensitive subject to fanboys. We are gamers. We love games, so
Yes.
that's why we're excited to get both. And there you go. Take it away.
Okay,
I just wanted
so-
to say that.
Yes. Now, saying that, there will be a few opinions flying around that I might get yelled at for later. But, okay, so the reason I go with Xbox
He says that
is-
every episode, every
Because,
podcast.
it usually is. So the reason I got Xbox is because Xbox, it's because of the exclusives and Halo and you know what I mean, stuff like that. But I remember the first time I ever played Xbox Live, it was with our cousin Alex. We were playing Ghost Recon.
Oh, yeah, that was a good
and
time.
it was one of the, it blew my mind. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm in David's room in America.
Playing a dude in Southampton, England.
And I just shot him. You know what I mean? Like, it blew my mind, right? Because before that, it was what, just BattleNet.
It was
And-
LAN.
Yeah,
It was like-
well, yeah, but I mean, on the computer, it was BattleNet. You know, and that even had its issues here and there. And then
Yeah,
there were
and
a few other things. You know,
Whenever you played that, you had to tell everyone not to pick up the phone.
yeah, because if you did, I remember you got mad at me because I picked up the phone one time.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So fast forward to...
But fast forward, that's the reason I
today.
kind of first got into Xbox, because I thought Xbox, and then of course Halo, LAN Party, you know, I think Xbox exclusives are some of my favorite titles. Halo, Gears of War, Fable, although the last one wasn't that great. Fable, still is
Sunset
good, you know.
Overdrive, a new one?
Sunset Overdrive,
Very
new and
well
fun,
done.
awesome.
Very
Forza
good.
is a great one that's been around for a while. But the reason I like Xbox a lot. When I think of Xbox, and please,
Are you
don't
gonna
get
Are you gonna
mad
do
at
what
me.
I say?
Well,
My theory
Well, yeah, kind of.
in a very nice way. Say it in a nice way.
Okay, don't get mad at me, anybody, but when I think Xbox, I think of the best multiplayer games on the planet.
On the planet. Well, that's bold.
I think. Well, I mean,
but just for
On the console planet.
I would even. I would
console
even
planet.
go to say I think best first-person shooters. You know what I mean? Or best shooters, because they have. You know, I mean, when I think Xbox Live, I think is one of the best multiplayer gaming systems.
Platforms, yeah, it's-
there
yeah.
is,
Okay,
right?
so having said that now, that's why you have an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Why are you looking to get a PS4 as
I
well?
know exactly. It's a developer, right?
Yeah, I want their exclusives.
And
Naughty Dog.
So let's
Amen to
guys.
that.
Let's do it this way. When I get a PlayStation, any cross-platform game that comes out, I'm probably gonna by default buy it for the Xbox One because of Xbox Live, and most of my friends are there, and I like Xbox. But I do want games such as Bloodborne, The Order, whatever game Naughty Dog puts
Anything
out.
they throw out is just gold.
Yeah, you know, the new Uncharted. I want their exclusives, and the same reason I bought the Wii U is the reason I bought the Wii U is because Nintendo's just fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Nintendo's just a solid. You know, I like Mario, Zelda. I think in chat they were talking about how the new Zelda looks awesome, and it does, right? Star Fox.
And what's nice about Wii U is it's got like its own genre.
Yeah, it
you
does.
Know, it's
It really
got
does.
it has its own games, whereas Sony and Microsoft they kind of battle for exclusives, but they're kind of on the same.
So, but when it comes to power, I completely understand that. Like, especially when I was building my PC, I wanted the most powerful this and this and this, right? Because I don't think my PC can handle some of these games, but I crank them up anyway.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but keeping that in mind, I do think software is the other 50% to that power. You can have the most powerful thing on the planet, but if you have nothing on it, what's that power going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
okay.
I feel like it's a yin and yang, right? A
The
push
OS,
and pull. You know what I mean?
You prefer the OS for the Xbox One. I mean, the interface.
I don't think the cross media. I don't think the cross media bar is as bad as you guys think it is
on the PlayStation.
On the PlayStation,
yeah.
I don't know.
It's disgusting
PlayStation 4
to
is
me.
still. Okay,
I hate it.
I think the PlayStation 4.
Do you know how long it takes me to find a setting? Oh my gosh!
I got pretty good at it. I don't necessarily think it's not the best operating system. I do think the Xbox has a superior operating interface. There we go, interface.
Yeah.
Software.
But yeah. So, but when it comes to power, I think it's a 50-50 thing. Yes, I want the power, but the software needs to be there as well. You know what I mean?
So
it's
we,
kind of,
we love
that's
games.
hard, yeah.
So we'll get a PS4
I'll get one in 4
for
weeks.
the games.
I'm
Is
gonna
what
tweet
we're
a
saying.
picture.
And then I think I can summarize for Ian real quick. The reason that we love the Xbox One is it is the most social of the two consoles.
I would absolutely agree. It has an atmosphere of making friends a lot easier than Sony. I feel
at least that's been our experience.
Yeah,
correct.
From what we know.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Anyways, thanks, Ian. Great question. If you want to submit a
was a good
question,
question. I
info at x1bros.com.
you took like all the time too.
Sorry.
It was essentially my thoughts, but
Yeah.
I feel gypped.
I just like.
I wanted
Xbox.
to talk
I like
about that a
Xbox
little
Live.
bit more.
Oh, go right
go.
ahead. Go.
Really?
Close,
Do I-
close us out here. Closing
I
argument.
don't know how to make it
1 minute.
make it quick.
Go.
Oh man, I didn't think this would work. It worked. No, I really. Speaking of software versus hardware, even me personally, with my business and everything, I don't want to bring this into a Mac PC kind of argument, but 3 years ago I was very gung ho Apple. As far as for my media, because I do a lot of media.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, the operating system felt very strong to me, and nowadays I think Apple has gone downhill. Even though Apple had inferior software, inferior hardware, Apple still had a really good OS, in my opinion. I don't agree with that anymore, and now I have I've kind of transferred all over. But software is huge to me. But when I play games, it's mainly about having fun and being with friends, and I've said that many times. I am a couch co-op kind of a guy. I like, Dragon Age is my first in a while, like single player hardcore that I've done. So it's about the social aspect. Why I choose Xbox.
Yeah.
But I was looking at PlayStation 4 last weekend, and the reason I did not get it, I had the purchase button clicked, and all that stuff. But they didn't have the games yet.
Well, I think the PlayStation 4 this holiday season, although I do think it's a good console, and that's why I'm buying one, I don't think they pushed themselves. I mean, they offered a really good bundle, Grand Theft Auto and The Last of Us,
But
but
really,
they're
out
old
of the
games,
two,
you
it's
know what I
just
mean?
The Last
And
of Us.
I know in chat people were telling me The Last of Us, I'll enjoy it. I have played half of it, and it's an awesome game. Remember, I played with you.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah.
No, but PlayStation. I agree with you on the games. I'm waiting for their.
Like
they have a great lineup next year.
The console I was going to get was the package Grand Theft Auto 5
and Last of Us Remastered.
And Last of Us Remastered, and I'm like, I have those both downstairs on my PlayStation 3. I don't have the Last of Us anymore, but I was like, I have that. So
yeah,
on my PlayStation downstairs, just the price tag did not match. It wouldn't be played because I will play on the Xbox just like you. I'll play on the Xbox because you'll be on it.
Yeah, and that's where it comes into software. I think. I mean, you can have a great system. Well, take Xbox. You can have a great Xbox, but if you have nothing on it, you're not going to go.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing.
And that goes for all platforms.
And because of that I'm stuck in this the Xbox paradigm of. That's where a lot of my friends are on right now, anyways. So that pushes that a little bit more too. Anyways, yeah,
absolutely.
Sorry.
Anyways. I hope we answered your question. Mad Irishman 60. Mad Irishman 60. Mad Irishman 60.
Mad Irishman.
Anyways.
I hope that made sense with Apple versus PC.
No,
did that
totally
make sense?
No, yeah, absolutely.
In my brain, I knew what I was going to say.
It made sense. So overall, we like both consoles. Xbox
all
One
three.
Don't
forget the little Nintendo Wii there.
Xbox One is our forte.
Splatter. What's that game?
Splatoon.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Next, I want to talk about... Oh, if you want to send us questions, info@x1bros.com, or on Facebook every Friday, we have a little discussion that goes on there. The sales figures for Xbox One have been announced. We it surpassed Sony finally for the first time since they've been released.
For the month?
It was the number one selling game or its console for the month.
In the U.S. and the UK.
Yeah, I want to talk
Not
about...
worldwide, but in the UK.
I don't want to talk about why, because I think we know why that happened.
They chopped the price tag.
Price tag, I think, is the number one deal.
And bundles.
And then they've got better exclusives right now. I think you've got Sunset Overdrive. I mean,
Halo.
next-gen exclusive. You got Sunset Overdrive, Halo's
coming
Rise,
soon, yeah.
Titanfall. The list is just...
I know Call of Duty is not an exclusive, but it is very heavily Xbox. So
Yeah,
I know
and
that
that
was a
helps.
huge hit for it.
Combine all that with the holiday season, so we know why. I want to talk. What does it mean for the Xbox One? What does it mean for us? We kind of talked about it earlier. Do we want them to remain on top? Do we like the Xbox that's playing catch up? Because quite the catch up they've played, right? I mean, look at what they've done for us.
Catch up. Look at what that did for our console. That console, the software alone in that box.
Oh, it's completely different than when we first
It is
got
amazing.
Yeah.
It is absolutely, and they keep adding. They took the box. I had a lot of grief with it. Month one, basically, there was a lot of glitches, a lot of problems, a lot of things that were missing. They have now surpassed that. They have put basically everything in there that I want, and now they're adding stuff that I didn't know I wanted.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they did.
Yeah.
And they're just pushing it so hard, and it's good that Xbox has been playing catch up. To go back to the question,
What does it if let's say it has the next 4 months in the league?
then look at what Sony's going to do. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got to take my purple tie off and not be a douche anymore.
They got to bring Jack Trenton back.
Yeah, they got to bring someone who.
I don't like this new guy.
Bring.
But that's just me.
That guy's that E3 was.
When
just
you're talking about how much more smoke you have than the other conferences,
yeah. Let's keep this positive because they were the smug. We'll call it the smug factor.
Smug factor, yeah.
Smug factor of being the best kind of degrades innovation, and the challenge that Microsoft brought is. They're now on top as far as this month. New months to come, we'll see. But the back and forth is what's going to make an absolutely fantastic console, both sides for us, and software and games and everything. It is going to be awesome. I've said this many times. We are, right now, even currently, we're spoiled as gamers. It's just going to get good.
We're going to be more
So
spoiled.
I want the teeter-totter, absolutely. Because I don't like the smug factor.
No, we don't.
No one likes the smug.
So what you're saying is Sony created the current Xbox, our version of the Xbox.
Competition did. Mm-hmm. Competition created the Xbox.
I know it gets left out a lot, but look at the Wii U. Its sales have bumped up too because of its.
People were talking about it going the way of Sega and them just being software only.
But with the
no one's saying that anymore. Look how well
with the release of Smash and Amiibo, and I mean they
had
their
such a
numbers
strong
have gone up
E3.
too. But that's because of
their
competition.
E3 was awesome.
They
they're
have
a
to
competitor
compete.
too.
It was new. The video that they did, so cool.
So thoughts on going along with this? Phil Spencer. I feel like Phil Spencer in January talking about Windows gaming with Windows 10. I feel like that's a bold move.
Here's my only problem with that. I'm going to say,
okay,
I don't, and I've talked about this briefly before, but Microsoft doesn't have the best track record when doing stuff like that.
But look at Phil Spencer's track record.
True. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully that helps. But I'm just saying when Microsoft has, and it's probably just their initial marketing campaign.
No, it is there. I mean, if you think, when I think back, in fact, I was having this conversation with someone today. The original Xbox we're still not to where what their vision of it was, right? What it was supposed to be, but that would have been awesome. They just didn't sell it right to us at all.
Well, I mean, let's take their first. Remember, do you want me to talk? I don't want to talk about operating systems.
However, Phil Spencer has yet to miss, and his focus is all on games. So you have to believe, and gamers, and making a world for gamers, or doing things for gamers that are best. And so having him at this Windows 10 conference, press conference, talk about Windows gaming and the Xbox One. You've got to imagine his focus is going to remain on gamers.
Yeah, and I just how much pull does he have though? Like
true.
when you're not just talking about Xbox, he's over Xbox, but Microsoft is an umbrella over a lot of stuff. And
I would say he has to have a lot of pull, considering.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
well,
the Xbox is.
I mean, yes, in the hindsight of
is the most positive
that's true, but I mean, like
of their brands, right?
Yeah, I get that, but I mean that they don't necessarily care about that. You know what I mean?
I understand. I understand.
I'm just saying the big boy. If he wants all operating systems on every Microsoft device, what say does Phil Spencer have?
Yeah. Well, I think the point of Windows 10 though is to just make sure they communicate seamlessly, right? Not that they're, and that's what I got from the same video that you watched.
Yeah. It's like I said, when they showed the pictures, it was all one system, but it was specific to each device.
So they're just making it easier to communicate. Yeah.
You know,
they showed Xbox.
I know
as
that
one
Phil
of those
Spencer
devices.
at the head has helped a lot, and he will be pushing for us gamers. We know that. You know, so
let me put it this way: I don't think that Phil Spencer would go out there and even though he receives a paycheck from them, I don't see him as someone that puts his name behind something that would be bad for gamers.
Okay, I can see that. I agree.
And so I don't see him. I
just worry about how much pull he has in the entire picture.
Yeah, but I don't see him agreeing to Keynote the Windows 10 gaming part of it, unless he was behind it.
Yeah.
Unless he thought it was good for gamers. Which, regardless, it's exciting. Can you imagine what it means for us if all of a sudden that box right there and the PC seamlessly talk to each other? The games are written in virtually the same manner. It explodes.
It would bring
it brings that idea of competition.
Yeah,
it opens it up to everyone.
On top of that, for like gaming in general and multiplayer gaming, one of the great things I like about Blizzard is how they are able to take different operating systems and have people play together in the same server or whatever.
Yeah,
so
I didn't even think of that.
From my PC to your tablets.
Exactly.
Correct. I brought
and my Windows PC to your Apple tablet.
Can I be honest? I brought my iPad to play Hearthstone while you were doing the news, but I didn't. So I was responsible.
Well, even when I take World of Warcraft, I've literally been standing next to a guy that's been on a Mac.
And see, and that's just how that'll bring. I think if they'll figure out a way, but PC will have an advantage if it's first-person shooters.
Well, that's my thing. I don't know if every game will do that. You know what I mean? Because of that advantage.
But the fact that it's now available, the coding is there to to make it easier for that to happen. I think is good. I think it's good for gamers. You know,
I think so. If Phil Spencer being head of Xbox, I think he's got a pretty, because of his track record. Look. He was appointed, in January? And it's November of the same year, and he has the best-selling console.
Yeah, well, and
I mean, come on. His track record alone, I think, will give him some pull. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but
best-selling console
in the corporate sense, that's you don't know what happens. You know.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
Look at it
I
this
just
way.
worry. Well, I don't worry.
Well,
but,
I mean, the way I look at it is he's listened to the community and the gamers, and he's done what we've asked. I trust him.
Yeah.
So
I do too. I just, sometimes at a company like that, your hands can be tied.
Yeah. I just think it's exciting that we're even having this conversation.
Isn't that awesome?
I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
very cool.
That this idea of next gen, I think.
Well, and to go back,
this makes next gen next gen.
To go back and talk about how I don't. So with like Microsoft now, like for example, I have all Windows devices, phone, tablet, computer, right?
You're all in the same.
So yeah, I'm all in the same thing. And like for example, I know this is super simple, but when I change my desktop background, it changes throughout every single one of my devices. You know what I mean? Which is kind of cool. So I think they have, you know what I mean, to connect them in that way. Just they have the connectivity there. It's just implementing it with that box. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. But it's going to be interesting how they connect it, as a part of one. You know how like Mac did when they, I mean, it's still their thing,
iOS,
but it's
iOS 10
it's one. You're connected
on
all you're connected through all your devices, right?
But see, those were two different. Yeah. But they just could talk to each other.
Yeah,
two different operating systems talking to each other. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
especially hear what he's got to say about it.
So. It is exciting.
Just send me that link to that video. I want to watch it.
The media briefing.
Yeah.
I think that's it, guys. Let's take us out of here. McSpicy.
I am McSpicy. Hello. Hey. Sup. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy, and it's CEY at the end. I haven't said that in a while because it's spelled different than spicy, I believe.
Oh.
MrMCSPICEY at Mr. McSpicy. I'm all over the place on all my mediums for Steam, Xbox Live,
He
whatever.
also won the spelling bee in 5th grade.
Did I?
Well, you look like you did, man, with that kind of spelling right there.
Yes. Not only do I have an
That's excellent.
opinion, I can spell.
You can spell like nobody's business.
And my name's spelled wrong, too. So.
Jordan.
Same thing. You can find me everywhere. Jordan the Man XOB. All systems, all everything else.
Absolutely. And I am X1 Bros. Check us out. YouTube, Facebook. Sign up for the newsletter. If you haven't, you're missing out on some good stuff, some good times. Another way to connect with the community. Feel free. Go over to iTunes and subscribe to us there. That helps us go up in the rankings. Also, rate and review us over on iTunes. And don't forget, if you'd like to support this show monetarily, go to x1bros.com/support and pledge to our Patreon campaign. Even $1 helps us out. We're also on YouTube. Check out our awesome Halo videos that are still rolling. I watched one today. Hilarious, man. That is those were good times, and you can hear it. We start each game. We start so hyped, and then when we're on the later levels, we're like, oh, come on, we're almost there.
Oh my
come on.
gosh,
I can hear you. You're
like 9 hours.
You're getting frustrated one part. I'm like, Mark, we're almost there. Come on, we gotta keep doing it. We're almost there. It's so good. But anyways, check us out everywhere. Thank you so much, guys. This is the best Xbox community. In fact, this is the best gaming community on the internet. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are the X1 Bros. We will see you guys later.